Hi guys, okay. Hopefully the music's not too loud. I remember back in the day when I first started this, I used to play the music in the background and a lady left a comment, which is nice. I like the constructive criticism. It does help me on my journey too, because I need to be able to be open-minded about certain things. But yeah, if the music's too loud or if there's like too much background noise or something, just let me know guys in the comments down below, okay? Alright, we've got two here. Magnetism of Eros, number 1. It's funny, when I did the reading for the Goddess Oracle cards, we got number 1 too. And then we got Perfume of Sophia, number 12. Okay, so number 1. And Perfume of Sophia, number 12. Let's get a little bit for each before I do the reading. Oh, these ones got flesh showing. Maybe I gotta cover that up. They're just nipples. Anyways, Magnetism of Eros. Alright, this one's giving me like death and rebirth. Also combined energy like twins, twin flame, or soulmate energy. Duality, yin and yang, masculine and feminine, because you've got a man down here at the bottom, feminine up here. Any kind of bloodline ties, hair. Yeah, DNA. The circle of life, definitely. I'm just going to cover up her thing here. If you get a good look at this one, maybe you could see. So very interesting, this card here. I don't know if I've gotten this one before, but we'll see. And then this one here is definitely the third eye and crown chakra activation. This is going within, inner thoughts, a lot to do with hidden protection. So this is maybe protection you're not fully aware of, but it's definitely there for you. Okay, Perfume of Sophia. When I talk about scents, I say this a lot. It is like a form of information. So it's like a download that we get when we inhale a scent. That is it's energy as well. It's also got its own vibrational frequency and signature. Okay, all right, what can we get here for you guys? Number 1. Okay, Magnetism of Eros. Trust in what your heart yearns for without concern about how it will manifest. Take steps forward, that which moves your heart. Reach out for what your soul wants and needs. Allow yourself to be vulnerable, for only then you can be truly held. That which appears out of reach or unavailable to you is closer than you realize. A lot of the times when we fight ourselves and we're fighting internally and we're doing that battle royale from both sides and we're trying to make balance and peace between the both of them, we do tend to kind of withdraw a little bit, go hermit, and sometimes we reject the people that really truly want to help or the ones that want to reach out. I personally am more than open and welcome to those that truly care about me, those that actually want to see me succeed. If they want to reach out to me, they can, with, keep in mind, the authenticity behind it. If you're going to do something, do it with good intention. If you're reaching out to me personally, let's say, and your intention behind it is only to gain something, let's say, okay, so by me being friends or reacquaintance with family or something with you, then it's ultimately going to gain me this, and this. Instead of, I actually want to reacquaint myself or make amends with a person or reach out to a person because I care, you know. And saying you care and actions are completely different. If they don't line up, I'm going to be aware of that. Anybody with intelligence and intuition and that discerns the difference of energy will know when you're approaching them, whether with good intention or bad intention. Okay, so the Magnetism of Eros is your soul's fascination with that which appears different and calls to us at a deep level. This soul deep attraction inspires us to remain open, be passionate, and willing to engage with life, other people, and new, vitalizing pathways and practices that inspire us. It keeps us moving on our authentic life path, living by the call of the heart. This oracle indicates that your heart is being called to a particular pathway in life. It may not make logical sense, but to honor the call of the heart is to honor the needs of the soul. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. To honor the call of the heart is to honor the needs of the soul. Your highest self knows what it needs. So does your inner child, okay? Listen to yourself. The call of the heart can lead you into the unknown and intriguing territory. It can feel liberating, but also unsettling at the same time as you let go of known worlds and reach for the unfamiliar. Following such a path will bring a fresh influx of energy and expand your understanding of yourself, life path, and your higher purpose. It is meant to be. Eros is a Greek word for love. On a spiritual level, Eros is our passionate, open, engaged love for life. When we experience Eros, we are ready to embrace our journey. It is an affirmation of life. Its opposite is the destructive drive known as the Thanatos, okay, which is the drive behind our undetermining, self-defeating, and self-harming behaviors. So kind of like self-destructive mode. We don't want to engage that, right? We may engage in such negative behaviors in the misguided attempt to heal ourselves or make ourselves feel better. When we act negatively, despite our best intentions to be positive, a part of us is trying to tell the story that is yet to be fully heard. Until that story is heard, we cannot let it go. We get stuck in a negative loop doing this, okay? To resolve the negative energy, the Thanatos drive within us and in our world, we need Eros. We need to embrace life, including our negative experiences, by acknowledging and healing our suffering. We can find the courage and wisdom to live more fully. The challenging gift of Eros leads us into our vulnerability. From there, we can also recognize our strength and dignity. We can become able to let go and heal. This oracle brings the message that life has a particular gift or gifts to share with you. There is a promise of deep, soulful connection with your true self and with others, and a healing realization that you are truly desired and loved. You are encouraged to explore new pathways, especially if you feel out of your depth and a bit vulnerable in doing so. More so if they involve personal healing. So when you get to your comfort zone, let's say that line you normally don't cross, the minute you let go and embrace and trust that things will be okay, by doing so opens doorways. And not only that, you are protected. When you give full trust to the divine universe or God or whatever you want to call it, and you say, you know what, I'm not comfortable doing this, but I'm going to do it. Because I believe in myself, I believe things will be okay, and I'm just going to do this. Mind you, with good intention, right? The oracle indicates a path is opening up for you. It may not be the easiest way forward, but your heart leaps at the prospect of it. Know something truly special is unfolding for you through that pathway. Trust where your heart is leading you, okay? Your healing process. Take a moment to consciously connect with your breath and ground your awareness in the present moment. Place your hands over your heart. Can you connect with what is to feel vulnerable, or what it is to feel vulnerable, to have needs? This may be easy or difficult for you to acknowledge. Whatever you experience is absolutely fine. To feel vulnerable, to need to be loved, heard, held, and seen, for example, is acceptable, and it's essential to your human journey. As you connect with your heart, imagine, feel, or intend that a beautiful white light is shining from afar. It loves you and is reaching out to reassure, comfort, and protect you. If you can, allow it to truly hold you. Relax into its embrace and imagine the light wrapping itself around you like a loving cloak. As you do this, you may sense your heart and mind letting go of a tension you didn't even realize you had been holding on to. You may sense that this white light is in your heart, reaching for you always from the deep within. Rest in this awareness for as long as best feels for you, and once you've done this, you've completed a healing process, okay? So again, that's Magnetism of Eros. Very nice. Next, Perfume of Sophia. I do believe this is going within a lot of hermit mode energy that I'm getting off this card here. Sometimes it's good to go within, guys. It sucks, but once you do it, once you find a nice peaceful place to just sit down and just be with yourself for a moment, if you got a lot of nagging, intrusive thoughts coming in, instead of denying them, listen to it, and you can respond to it. That's not how I truly feel. This is not my energy. This may be a projection from somebody else. Whatever this is trying to get my attention. This is what I'm learning from it. I release and let go. I am safe. I am in control of myself. Okay, so instead of fighting that nagging energy, or let's say you have the inner monologue and its intrusive thoughts, you have to be able to take a look at it, okay, instead of fighting it. Especially if it's something I know I've had in the past when I was younger, grotesque things come into my head, and I had to take a look at it. I'd be like, where is this coming from? Why am I thinking about this right now? This isn't even who I truly am. This has got nothing to do with me. Release and let go. And the minute I do that, it's like a weight lifting off you. And you're like, oh, okay, I'm glad somebody said something and acknowledged it, right? It's not your energy to carry. Okay, so number 12, Perfume of Sophia. On to the next one. We're just going to do 2 here, guys, okay? You will be able to sense the best timing and approach to take. To create space for healing and resolution, connect to your body and ground yourself in the here and now with the body-friendly practices. You will find your way intuitively and instinctively, even though confusing circumstances where one moment you are sure of the answer is no, and the next moment you're sure the answer is yes. Give up trying to figure out the answer right now and remain open with positive but relaxed expectation, okay? The clarity shall emerge spontaneously according to the divine timing. So it's almost like push and pull too. When you release and let go and be like, you know what? I don't even need it. Or you know what? I'm not even worried about that. That's where you allow the flow to come in. Trust that your questions about your life will be answered. Even now, you're in the process of working your way towards the answers that will bring you clarity and higher understanding. There is a kindness in how the universe delivers a message. There is a story of 3 rabbis who went into a room and saw God. One rabbi dropped dead, the other went crazy, and the third one became enlightened. It was the same room, the same divine presence, so what accounts for the different outcomes? When we are ready for knowledge, divine guidance is incredibly helpful and healing. However, we may need certain experiences to become ready and to be able to understand certain energies, okay? There is much grace in veiling a truth that is revealing it. There is a beautiful Sufi teaching that destiny is granted with compassion. There is a time to prepare for knowledge, a time to receive it, and a time to live it. There is a danger in trying to force knowledge. Force is the desire to progress faster than is naturally taking place. We're all at different levels, at different times, learning different levels, going through all the same emotions, but in different ways. But we're all here to learn, grow, evolve, especially emotionally, and we're supposed to be doing it as a team, but it doesn't always feel that way, okay? It is a disconnection from the natural rhythms when we force something, the sacred feminine, the power of knowing, and divine timing. The Oracle of Perfume of Sophia asks you to trust your nose. The spiritual symbolism of the ability to smell is the capacity for discernment. In the words of Juliet in Romeo and Juliet, a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. The nose knows. As you lean into natural timing rather than trying to force something to happen, you remain connected to your own ground of being. You won't be pushing to get ahead. You'll be in connection with yourself. Also, gratitude is very important too, that high vibrational frequency of gratitude. So when you understand, you say to yourself, like, listen, at this moment in time, I want to be advanced further. I want to be further. I want to be grateful for where you are and how much you've learned, how much you've progressed already. So the present moment is very important. You won't be pushing to get ahead. You'll be in the connection with yourself. You'll be able to sense with your body and your soul that which might otherwise confuse your mind, in brackets, with its tendency to argue first one way then another. That's a inner fighting, right? You will be instinctively able to sniff out the truth of a situation. When you shall be able to do something useful with that knowledge, it will come to you, or you will be given the opportunity. Developing the practice required to see us through times when we cannot know something, with trust and hopefully some equanimity as well, is an important part of our soul journey. So that's your intuition, your discernment. If such time evokes a fearful and negative prediction or anxiety based on lack of belief that you cannot deal with whatever arises with grace and dignity, then work on those issues first. Do what you can do now. Leave everything else up to the loving and wise workings of the divine universe. If you are pushing for a resolution, an answer, an understanding before it's time for you to know, you'll feel a bit frustrated. I do this all the time, guys, okay? It will be more constructive and enjoyable for you to engage with what is, so in the present. Will it require the development of your character, the capacity for patience, for trust and faith, for commitment and devotion? Yes, it will. Even when there is no evidence that you shall succeed, you will. Yes, likely it shall. Especially if you are craving or carving out a path that is unique and creative to you. To live in such a way is wonderfully courageous and inspired and requires spiritual maturity. Aligning yourself with a greater wisdom and timing and surrendering yourself in its service is the basis of spiritual maturity. You will have your answers, and in the interim, you will be doing it gracefully and beautifully. Continue with your journey. Okay, for each of you, it will be different. There is no competition here other than within yourself, maybe. Ultimately, when you see somebody you want to compete with, you're competing within yourself. Just realize that. Recognize it, okay? Your healing process. What can you do to connect your body, feel good, and ground and focus your energy in the here and now? Some examples might be walking in nature, doing some stretches or a full yoga practice, meditating or breathing, and relaxation techniques. When can you do that for yourself? Make a plan to do it and stick to it, or at least try to, okay? If there is something constructive that you can do right now, such as some deep-centered breath awareness or other form of meditation or conscious movement, do that now, and that includes creativity. Use your creativity, guys. That is your healing process task right now. It doesn't say when you've completed it, because this is an ongoing thing. Most of these ones are when you've completed it, but this is asking you to do that as a part of your healing process. All right, so this is the Perfume of Sophia. Very interesting card, and it is very true. Breath work is really important. Like I said, as you breathe in, you're taking in information. So consider every breath you take in a download of information of your current surroundings. Okay, if that helps. Ground yourself. Do the best that you can to be in the present. So if that means close your eyes, listen to the sounds, feel your skin, the warmth of the sun, the wind on your face, whatever it is, ground yourself first and then try these practices. Hopefully this gave you a little bit of encouragement and insight to do what you need to do to keep yourself grounded and move forward, because you guys are doing really good. I'm really proud of each and every one of you, all my subscribers, and even the ones just dropping by. If you like any of these videos, if they resonate, like, share, subscribe, and remember to love you. Please do.